Hey everyone, my name is Zach. I'm a customer success manager here at Alteryx, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to build an Alteryx workflow in less than 5 minutes. Let's get started. The first step in building any workflow is to input your data. To do this, we will bring an input data tool onto the canvas. For today's example, I'll be connecting to 2 different Excel files, so I'll need to bring in 2 input data tools. Once we've done that, we can select the files we wish to connect to. For my workflow, I need to select the customers file for my first input, and then I'll select the transactions file for my second input. Alternatively, I can just drag and drop my files onto the canvas, select the appropriate sheet, and Designer will automatically add 2 input data tools for us. But since we've already got our data in Designer, I'll delete these for now. Once I've selected my files, I'll click the Run button and view my data in the results window. If we look at the data quality bars near the top of the results window, we can see that some of our data contains leading or trailing white space, and that a portion of our data contains null values. To fix this, we will bring down a data cleansing tool, and in the configuration window, we will select the option to remove null records and remove leading and trailing white space. Once we've got our data all cleaned up, I want to join my 2 datasets together using the customer ID field as the unique identifier. To do this, I'll add a join tool to the canvas and select the customer ID field as the field to join on. Since I only need to retain a few of these fields in my output, I'll deselect all of the fields except for customer ID, store number, first name, last name, and sales. If we click on the J anchor of the output tool, we can see the records that have successfully joined, meaning the customer IDs were contained in both datasets. If we look at the R output anchor, we can see the records that were contained in the transactions dataset, but not in the customers dataset. Likewise, if we click on the L output anchor, we can see that all records from the customers dataset joined to a record in the transactions dataset. For this analysis, I will only need to keep the records that have successfully joined from both datasets. So from here, we will work from the J anchor. At this point, I would like to calculate the total spend for each customer. Before I can do this, I'll need to ensure that the data types for each field are appropriate for calculations. There are a few ways that we can view and change data types in Designer. For this workflow, the easiest way is to go back into our Join tool and change the data type field there. If your workflow doesn't contain a Join tool, you can always use a Select tool to do this. For our calculation, we need to change the data type of the sales field from string to numeric, so we will select double. Now that we've changed our data type, we will calculate total spend per customer by using a Summarize tool. In the configuration window, we will select the customer ID field and add a group by action. We will then select the sales field and add a sum, and then rename this column to be called total spend. I'd also like to calculate the total spend per transaction. To do this, I can select the customer ID field again, and this time add a count action. This will count how many times each customer ID appears in the dataset. We will name this field number of transactions. Now that we've got all of the necessary fields, I can add a formula tool and create a new column called average spend. Next, we can simply divide total spend by the number of transactions to calculate our average. We also want to ensure that the data type for this field is double, as this is a numeric field. If we look in our results window, we can see that some of our data has been calculated to several decimal places. For consistency, we will round our average spend column to 2 decimal places. We can do this within the same formula tool by adding another formula and selecting our average spend column. We can then use the round function to round to 2 decimal places. The last step in my analysis is to narrow down my dataset to only the top 10 customers based on total spend. To do this, I will first add a sort tool to the canvas and then sort by total spend in descending order. Next, I'll add a select records tool to retain only records 1 through 10. At this point, I'm ready to export my data into an Excel file, so I'll add an output data tool, navigate to the folder I'd like to save my output file in, and name my file Top 10 Customers. And there you have it. In less than 5 minutes, we've built an Alteryx workflow from start to finish using some of our most popular tools. Be sure to continue reading down below for additional resources, and as always, thanks for watching.